As you guys know, a lot of girls have been dressing up like for Christmas for me and doing sexy pictures online because I joke that I'm a clone of Santa Claus. And I noticed that like they gave this person 220 years they're facing up to 220 years in jail for illegal speech. But I also was looking at this guy who was in Moldova. Like, where is Moldova? It's where I found like a clone of Liv Morgan, who's a little person singing, and like it's where like I concluded that they were doing some sex trafficking. He was arrested there, and he's charged with an alleged plot to dress up like a Santa Claus and hand out poison candies to kids. So do Jewish people know who I am? It sounds like they do now. So like, would the kid be especially cautious about Santa Claus because of like Jewish people being intimidated by this sort of stuff? Like by all the Christmas trees, because there are Christmas trees around. Like I saw one in the back of a truck, straight up. I saw one down the street. Like I've seen multiple Christmas trees. I saw one at like the Salvation Army, which it seemed like they didn't know who I was, which was kind of weird. But like, what month is this guy doing? In July, he's planning on dressing like Santa Claus and poisoning kids. Like that's the thing about like talking, saying stuff. And these people going, well, we got to arrest him. We got to arrest him. Like, my opinion is that the fact that I'm saying less now, like when people hear me, like try so hard not to talk at all, it might put people in danger. Like that's literally my opinion, is my lack of speech and people's knowledge that I'm not allowed to talk about Donald Trump. Like I know I talked about it yesterday, but you want to talk about scared. I am afraid that I talked about Donald Trump after a debate when I know that guy is like the most serious criminal in the freaking world. That is like the most crazy criminal. That is a mafia guy. You will never understand the things that guy has done. The disgust, like you couldn't do it. You're not capable of doing the disgusting things that he did as a mobster to get to where he is my opinion. And I am so afraid to talk about this guy. He, like, in no possible universe will I ever believe that guy's not mafia. Like, how in the world would I not believe that guy is not a gangster? But we can't talk about it. For the first time in history, we got judges saying, you're not allowed to talk about presidential politics. It's September right now. And that's why I made a decision. I'll get put in jail for this. I'll get put in jail for talking about the president of the freaking United States. And the other person, when clearly, if there's anything I like that is so obvious, is that there's a criminal conspiracy going on with our government. I am being so careful, and I'm going to continue to be so careful. And I was thinking I need to be more careful. And like I think that like we all need to recognize like the way people think. Like the last thing I have to do is be like, you guys need to do this. Like, you guys need to do this. Like, the reality is that, like, when you go so far against our Constitution and you censor that much and everyone sees the censorship and they see Kamala Harris and Donald Trump going, like, I didn't notice you got burglarized. I didn't notice that your clothes went missing. I don't know that there are sex trafficking victims. The last thing I know is that you're a sex trafficking victim. I haven't always known who you are and always known you're a sex trafficking victim. And the news just goes, well, I have a question about January 6th real quick, okay? And then they go, oh, January 6th, yeah, I know. January 6th makes me so emotional. And it's so freaking boring, and they're wasting time in the one debate. There is one debate, and the news is wasting time that much. And then we're all going, oh, you got a black girl that's doing the debate. Congratulations on that. All I'm saying is, like, at some point, we all have to think, like, who is causing violence to happen? Like, it's living in the movie Brave New World. It's living in the movie Equilibrium. That's probably what I'd look up. Look up Equilibrium. Like that's what I feel like our society has become. And like when you're living in equilibrium, some people might be inspired to violence. And I'm not the one. And I'm the one that's like sitting here going like, you guys need to communicate with the world because you're causing violence. Because you're taking our military and not letting them hear information and then getting them to do things for you that can put us in danger, that hurts our foreign policy. And our economy in that event where we can't negotiate with people, where we can't work with people, is so dependent on illegal crime. And the type of illegal crime that you're doing is disturbing. The mafia is disturbing. Like, there's a reason some of these things are crimes. It's disturbing. Like, child sex workers are disturbing. Like, if you don't get that it's that disturbing to people that I'm a sex trafficking victim, then you don't get it. And that's because you're a pedophile. Pedophiles don't get it. Normal people get it. It's disturbing to pimp out a child. We can't talk about it. Clearly it's happening. We can't talk about it. Why? And so, like, when I'm talking about this guy, and I'm going, it sounds like that's just talk, and like he didn't actually do anything. He's saying stuff. And you guys are going, no, we got him. Like, you don't understand. Like, we will arrest you for, like, anything right now. We're trying to make these people disappear. Your supporters are disappearing.